okay, smart, but actually, but supportive car.
I want an invulnerable to the stupidity of others car.
Oh, yes. Well, anyway, we're live, apparently.
We're live, yes. Ladies and gentlemen, I think you know the drill by now. West Road Gateway. Not at home right now. Please leave a message. Yeah, they're in Cephalaville. They're more sort of under Cephalaville as a foray into the Cave of Traitors, as it is affectionately known by the locals. Long story. Look through previous episodes to hear that. Has led into what could be the tomb of the ancient wizard that they seek. And by ancient, I mean like 500 years or so, maybe 600. Actually, the exact scale is kind of hard to pinpoint. I should work on that chronology too. So, we left off with the group in a sort of about to enter another chamber of some sort. Everyone ready? Everyone ready for a fight?
Yay!
Yes.
Because that looks like it's.
I don't remember. Are they fiends or are they aberrations?
They are more they're more like aberrations.
Okay. And I was about to go do something very, very stupid, and everyone else was
you had everyone else backing you up. It might be good conversation in the near future to ask why that idea was a good one at the time.
It would be a good idea. Yeah, someone should absolutely give Saphir some help for that. Would have gotten his fool ass killed.
And so.
Look,
So there were only 20.
Now we're all together, right?
You're all together right now.
Yeah.
Although, let's see. No Jilly, no Tess. I still think you have this. You've had a short rest, and they picked up the needle. Now it's time to scratch the record.
Yay.
Mm-hmm. So you open the door leading from this sort of museum setup in a tomb.
Mm-hmm.
Which ought to raise the question, who the hell puts a tomb in a museum in a tomb?
Well, either one.
Yeah, that's the question. Do you take the tomb and carry it to a museum, or do you take the easy route and put the museum into the tomb?
Mm-hmm.
No, you put the tomb on display in the museum. Well, okay.
Except you haven't seen a tomb on display in the museum, and you found what seems to be some sort of emergency room in the tomb that had some specialized equipment in it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Suggesting that maybe this isn't an ordinary museum, nor is it an ordinary tomb.
Maybe it's more of an armory.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a historical setting tomb museum. So those are the the actors.
Coy says, this tomb has too many rooms. Oh, darling, I'm just getting warmed up.
I really don't like it when you make that face.
Yeah.
I really don't.
If it's any consolation, nobody does. So, opening the doors?
Yeah, I guess let's do this.
Okay. When you see inside, there is a pair of doors to the... okay, this that you're coming into is a 30 by 30 room with a depression in the center 10 by 10, on which there is a sort of flat... Which there is... Well, there's a depression, and then in that depression there is a stone dais or table or something. Looks about casket-sized or display-sized, depending what you intend to display there. There's nothing on it currently.
So it's like a ritual table.
It's sort of like a ritual table display room.
But in a depression, not on an altar thing.
No, if anything, the altar is in the depression. There is some fencing around it in the room. So it's a 30 by 30 square room. Inside that is a 10 by 10 square fenced off, in which there is a bit of a depression and then a table jutting up from that depression.
Okay, so maybe this is a museum and our foes are here to remind us that we didn't pay admission.
Given some of the damage you've seen around the museum, I don't think that's the case.
Maybe they just want 5 silver from each of us.
You should be so lucky. Which reminds me, also in this room, there are, like I said, 2 doors to the left, 2 doors to the other side, and 2 creatures. One of those you faced off against already. The sort of thing put together from a mishmash of fish parts, with 2 longer, stingier tentacle things.
Well, if they want admission, we'll give them admission to the beyond. Sorry, I had to.
It's a bit long as a battle cry. We'll work on it.
Yeah, we'll workshop it. It's fine. It's fine. It works.
The other thing looks like a 5 or 6 foot tall mass of snakes, reaching snake-like arms out at you.
Is that a familiar mass of snakes?
Not like that one, no.
Okay, good.
So there are 2 here.
There are 2 here. 2 things. One is a medium-sized thing, one is a small thing. And they are going to approach and be menacing. So let's get some initiative rolls out there, shall we?
Yay!
For him and for him. Ooh.
Oh.
Oh, wait. Yeah, I typed my thing without adding an initiative bonus. Well, I fixed it.
Mm-hmm. No, that's why it didn't make sense. Let's try that. Let's try those numbers again. He's going to go at that instead, and he's going to go at that. See what numbers we have. Let's see what other numbers we have probably posted to chat. Okay, let's see. Emmy's, okay, let's see. Saria going at 19.
Well, 20. I forgot to add my thing.
Okay, Saria at 20. Yeah. Argyle at 19.
Mm-hmm.
I rolled really bad.
Thagak at 16.
Yeah.
Warren at 14. Convenient. And what did Saphir get?
3.
3.
Yep.
She's finishing them off after we softened them.
She's batting cleanup. Let's sort some numbers here. Walter's going at 7. Yeah, Tess got poisoned last time and might be just feeling a little under the weather from that, so she's not participating in this fight. Jilly isn't even on the table, so...
Chili is still in the room back there counting the money.
I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised at all. In fact, let's see. Ooh.
How many are there again?
There are two things.
Okay.
One small mass of fish parts and one medium-sized mass of maybe snake parts, maybe eel parts. Maybe we should go with eel parts, given the theme of this particular monster supplier, shall we say.
Makes sense.
Mm-hmm. And so we begin with Saria at 20.
That was a good roll.
Yes. Okay.
That was a very good roll.
Mm-hmm.
That is.
Now do it justice. Justify your kitten swallowing trophy.
Well, let's see. We have one of those fish part things.
We have one of those fish part things. That's off to the left.
Yes.
Actually, pardon me, and this is going to make some. Changes to people's tactics.
Mm-hmm.
The thing made of the eel parts. Well, those are big eels. It's made of. That thing is technically large.
Nice.
So, what's Saria doing?
I have a feeling I can't use this one spell until we get into town to buy stuff, though.
Material components.
Yeah. Wow. Fine. Wow. I guess I will shillelagh it up.
Okay, getting all blessed wood up in this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Shillelagh is a good spell.
Mm-hmm. And then advancing to beat the ever-loving crap out of it?
Yep.
Okay. Give me that roll to hit.
Oh, man. That's, an 11.
That is an 11. Okay, that is going to wrap harmlessly off of a shell or a bit of carapace or something. Fish with carapace, that's not a good thing.
Yep.
So you bless the staff. You run up to hit it and don't get much effect out of it, unfortunately. Argyle, 19.
To which monster did Saria run?
Saria ran over to the small one. There's still a large one off to the right.
With the stinger.
Yes. Pardon, John?
Which one is the eel one?
The eel one. Okay, you have a small fish one to the left and a large eel one to the right.
Okay.
And I mean large in the rule book sense too here.
Ah.
So if you can do two different kinds, so if your weapon has medium and large damage, use the large one.
I am going to take the. Now that Saria is with the stinger one. This levitating it will not do much good. So I'm levitating the large one to take away its ability to move.
That could be tricky. Now, how much can levitate hold?
Oh, yeah, that's...
Okay, changing your action?
You have hold person? That could work too.
No, I don't.
Damn, that's a good one.
Your target weighing up to 500 pounds.
Yeah.
500 pounds, yes. Is that enough or not?
Well, the creature is okay. The large eel thing is large.
Large thing is large.
It is, yeah. And I don't think you'll be able to lift it with
levitate.
Probably not. Give me an int roll.
Okay.
Oh.
D20 plus your int bonus.
So wait, did I see that it wouldn't work and did not try it, or did I try it?
Well, I think you're assessing whether or not it would work at this point, which is
Okay.
why the intelligence test.
Intelligence tests.
D20 plus int bonus, please.
Oh yes. Completely wrong what I did. So I rolled a 19 plus something that will definitely work.
Yeah, that brings things up to 20 at least. Maybe 21.
Yeah.
Actually, probably 21. Maybe 22.
22, yes.
The point is, you're fairly certain the spell would not work on it.
The spell would
It is
not
too
work.
heavy for it.
In that case, I am going for a poison spray. Oh no, 10 feet. That's too close range. Damn it.
Yeah, damn.
Technically, right now, I think I would put it about 15 feet away.
15 feet. Well, then I'm going to take the steps. I'd go 5 feet closer and blast it with poison spray.
Okay, sort of move into the same, move into its column and breathe at it.
Yes.
So to speak. Okay.
So it has a con saving throw.
It has a con saving throw. Against poison.
Yes.
And, ooh. That actually affects it. Roll damage.
Yay. Oh no. Only 3.
Oh.
Okay.
Bill, you're pretty sure it coughed? It's a massive eel, so it's hard to tell.
Okay.
Next we have... Okay. Saphir, you have Carol with you, and he... Ooh. Okay, what do you want me to do?
Shoot it.
Okay, let's see. And he's going to attempt to shoot the big one with a crossbow.
Yeah. From far away, maybe.
I'll try.
Die.
And he takes a shot, and yeah, the thing. Okay, the bolt just goes a little wide of it. Yeah, he missed.
Sorry, he did his best.
So far.
It could happen to anyone.
It could. Let's hope it happens to this thing next. This thing that is facing off against you, Argyle.
Uh-oh.
Yep. It is going to step forward, and it is going to try to slap you up with the tentacle. That is a modified 20 to hit. And this thing is maybe kind of a heavy hitter. Ooh. 14 damage.
14 damage.
14 damage.
Ow. Okay. Slap. Argyle is thrown through the room.
Fortunately, he was near the corner to begin with, so he didn't have to go far.
Yeah, he just slaps against the wall.
Although that means it's still kind of in reach of you, and that may not be such a good thing. Thagak, you saw this happen. What's your response?
I step forward.
You have the spellcasters engaged in melee. You have the one spellcaster engaged in melee with the thing, and the other is in close ranged combat.
Okay. Oh,
And that thing on the right is no joke.
yeah. I'm gonna step up to the one that just schmackered.
One that just smackered Argyle.
Shift my longsword to a two-handed grip because it's versatile,
Mm-hmm.
and take a whoop at it.
Okay. Voop away.
Now, remind me. It's still just it's still just +2 to hit, not a proficiency bonus doesn't affect it at all.
I think proficiency bonus does, because you're trained in the weapon, aren't you?
I believe so. Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, the proficiency bonus is now. The attack bonus was +2. I think that was because of strength, wasn't it?
Well, the proficiency bonus was 2. It should now be 3, I believe.
Okay.
And then your strength bonus is 2?
+3. Well, my strength bonus is 2, but maybe that's just damage or something. I don't know. Anyway. Well, I rolled a 16, so that's 19, I guess.
That hits. Roll some damage for me. Remember, large creature.
Yep, large creature, and also it's 1d10 slashing anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's versatile, and I'm using two-handed grip.
Right.
And oh dear. Well, that's a 3 plus the damage bonus.
So 5?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
You're chipping away at it a little more.
What? Right.
Yeah, this thing is no joke. Warren.
Okay. Wait a minute. This thing's thing's made of eels. We need a hovercraft. Okay.
Warren. Okay. Anything else? You moved in, you attacked. Okay, Warren. Oh, okay. Warren's still holding both longsword, and the new longsword approaches the longer creature. Two-handed attack on the creature, and then uses his extra attack to make a second two. Okay, so two-handed attacks on the creature.
With 2 swords.
Going Florentine with longswords. That's metal, man.
That's wow.
First one hits.
Two-handed attacks. Ha 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 ha.
Yeah, with 2 swords.
And the second one hits. Large
sticking
damage
one in,
on each.
taking the other one, sticking it to it.
I think you're swinging rather than stabbing, right? Yeah. So slashing at it.
Yes. Swinging.
Yes. So roll me some damage.
Damage.
Sword 126 damage.
Whoa. Enough to drop any level 1 character.
Mm-hmm.
Good thing we're not level 1.
Is that was just for one sword?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, all to hit. So okay. Yeah, I was worried there for a moment. I thought you were doing the first attack, then the damage, then second attack, then damage. You were doing all 4 attacks.
Ah.
Okay, so 17 hits, 24 hits, 26 hits. That would have been a crap load of damage. So 3 of the 4 hit. Okay, this time now, let's see some damage. Hurt me. Hurt me. $26 damage total. He lays in. Okay, yeah. Warren steps up next to Thagak, swings both swords again, and gives it a pretty solid walloping. It's by no means it's only looking slightly weaker. But it does look weaker. I guess you'd call it bleeding a little bit.
Or it's only slightly sashimi.
Suddenly, slightly sashimi. And let's see. Icker works. Okay, that was Warren stepping up and slashying. Now let's go to, let's see, Walter is going to take a swing at the smaller one to back up Saria. Ooh, that's a hit.
Oh.
Doing not a whole lot of damage to that little one, but still, he does hurt it some. He gets in there with a harpoon. Seems appropriate for fish creatures. Seems appropriate for a Warden of Gillagius, too. Yes, the big one is not yet suddenly salad. And finally, Saphir. The scene at the moment, you have a little monster over on the left. You have a big monster over on the right. You have Saria and Walter on the left. You have Thagak and Warren on the right.
I have Zarya and who on the left?
Saria and Walter on the left.
Okay.
Elspeth Walter.
Yeah.
Which is why you want me to just call him Walter for some reason. On the other hand, you have Thagak and Warren beating up on that thing over there.
And the wizard's not in the fray, obviously.
Yeah. Argyle is back with... Actually, no. Argyle is behind Thagak and Warren.
Okay.
He took kind of a hit.
Argyle did?
Argyle, yes.
I need to go protect the wizard then. I was going to go back up Saria because it's pretty cool watching the crazy shit she does. But like,
well,
I think, Saphir is kind of a like, what when it comes to magic? And I think he suspects that the day is going to come that Saria just like turns something inside out and he's going to be like, whoa. But I need to go protect our squishy wizard. So I'm going to go basically like get in front of him so I can heal him if he needs help. And I'm going to attack with my halberd.
Okay, attacking with your halberd through the crowd, I guess you'd call it.
Well, it's a reach weapon, so. That does not hit.
Oh.
Well, wait, I forgot the +7. So
yeah, that might make a difference.
This 14 hit.
14. Let's see. Will just hit.
Ah! Okay. Cool. All right.
Yeah, we need more damage on it. We mean you need more damage on everything.
Yeah. Sorry, that was a bad roll. 9 + 6.
15.
Damage.
To the, what I'm going to call the Gillaslither. No. Let's see, 9, 5, 4. Gillaslither.
Okay.
Okay, so you said 14 damage.
Mm-hmm.
That leaves him there.
It's what?
So that leaves him there, he said, writing in the new total
How is
hit
it looking?
points on
How's
this
the
thing.
monster looking?
It is starting to look bad.
Yeah. Okay. You guys, do you think it's worth channeling divinity? I wonder.
It's angry. It's Icarus. It's.
Oh, I think I've already done it.
Bad from the moment it came into existence.
Never mind, I can't.
Just a bit of conference here. You can guess with whom. So yes, Saphir poked his blade through, did a little swing down on it, and there'll be a slight adjustment before okay, then. That's an important thing to note because that means, yeah, the Gilla Slither is a little more hurt than it was. A little correction in the math. We begin again at the top of the order. Saria.
Okay, so apparently you add your attribute bonus for your attack and your proficiency bonus if you're trained in the weapon.
Yeah, that was my understanding.
Yeah, so I should have added 5 to the die roll, not 3.
I think I was angling
Because my
towards
strength
that.
plus 2.
Right. Okay. Let's start from the top of the order again. Saria.
Yes. I'm gonna try to hit this bitch again.
Give it a shot.
Really?
I'm taking it. I'm guessing it didn't go well.
That's a 5. I'm changing dice. So I have a feeling that I swing and a whoosh.
Yeah, but is it sailing across the room? Is she a thrower? I think she looks like a big old thrower. No. Yeah.
I hope not. I think I'll use this die instead from now on. So I tried, I failed.
Anything else you're doing while you're up there in this thing's face? Or such as it is?
I mean, I don't think yelling ooga booga booga is going to be such a great idea, so...
Probably not.
Probably not. No. I'll let the more...
Although, maybe that depends. What kind of power are you putting behind the ooga booga?
I mean...
This is the kind of game where that is something to consider.
That's hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea.
Okay, so that was Saria.
Yeah.
Argyle. You can slip out behind Saphir, but between Warren, Thagak, and Saphir, you have a pretty solid meat shield around you at the moment.
Mm-hmm. And they are all attacking the big guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And Saria
is pure ham.
Saria is the only one with the little guy.
Nope, Saria is over there with Father Walter.
Oh, Father Walter. I forgot Father Walter.
Mm-hmm.
And you have
Okay.
and you have that one sort of Weasley guy in the back with a crossbow. He's only taken 1 shot so far.
The Weasley guy.
Yeah, Carol, his name is.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I am going to just shoot a firebolt
a fire bolt rather than a fireball.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
At a big guy.
Place. Yeah, this would not be a good place for a fireball.
No, not
okay,
really.
Firebolting the big guy.
We're in melee with this thing.
Yeah, the big guy. Right between two sets of eel eyes. Hey, natural 20. That's a good hit.
That is.
Good. And
that means
good
means you're gonna double the dice.
Yay.
Aiming at the eyes.
Doubling the dice means 2d10
Mm-hmm.
damage.
Yeah, this could sting a bit.
That's 15 damage.
Ooh. Yeah, this thing is looking really rocky now.
That was really good hit.
That was a really good. Yeah, it's not how you make unagi though. Great, now I'm hungry for sushi. Anyway. You burn it up. Carol is going to take another shot from the back at the smaller one this time. Ooh, that hits. And he hurts it. A crossbow bolt sticks into its side, and it sort of rears back a bit and rees. Ooh, the big guy now. He is going to swing at, well, the guy's swinging more at him, at Warren. That's just actually sound. That could miss. Maybe. Okay. Warren, is 13 going to hit you? I kind of... Okay. Yeah. Thing lashes tentacles out at the thing and out at Warren and just sort of slaps ineffectually against his armor. Good thing, too. That thing hits hard. And so we come to Bagak.
Time for the fish slapping dance. Okay, so yep. It worked okay last time. Okay, so yeah, that's going by what I just read in the rulebook. That's a total of 19.
That hits.
And
there's a chance you could finish it off.
D10 plus 2.
Mm-hmm. Okay, maybe less of a chance.
And that is 7.
Okay, it is probably just one hit away from going down. Which brings us to Warren.
Yeah, somebody want to look at it sternly, maybe it'll keel over.
That is a song I haven't heard in a long time. Kippodotus' Wet Dream. I need to look that up.
Who's what?
Kippodotus wrote a song once called Wet Dream, full of fish puns.
Yeah, it's basically just a little story that is loaded with,
set to music.
So
less of a song and maybe a bit more open prose, I guess.
Yeah,
Okay, double attack.
Pulls into the guitar, pulls into the garage, and the mechanic told me I'd blown a seal. I told him, fix the damn car.
Leave my private life out of it, okay, pal? Yeah.
Etc.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a sec. We're level 5, right?
I believe so.
Why don't paladins just don't get 2 attacks per level yet?
Maybe not yet. We can look that up later. In the meantime, it's important to note that on Warren's very first swing, he took out the big thing.
Yes.
The pile of eels sort of discorporates, and it looks like a pile of eels now, just much
Yay.
less threatening. And especially not moving, which is a good thing for a pile of eels to do. Not move, that is.
It was strong.
It was. It hit hard, too.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. The next action is that thing. The Gillagius over on the left. And I think it needs to attack at between the two of them. Actually, come to think of it, it can do multiple attacks. Let's do one on each. One at Saria, which is a 12 to hit, which I don't think works.
Oh, no.
Okay. And once at Walter. 16, I believe, will hit. 7 points to him. So, yeah, it clawed at the both of you. And now we come to, well, Walter's turn, and he's going to try swinging at the thing again. And missing. Yeah, he's in there trying to poke it with a harpoon and managing to hit all the hard bits that turn his harpoon away. We now come to Saphir. You
hasn't hurt anymore, has he?
Which?
Is anyone getting hurt? Is anyone?
The last one hit was Argyle. Actually, no. The last one hit was Walter over on the left.
For 7 points.
Mm-hmm.
But he's still looking fine, right? Like he's still
looking okay. Maybe just a little pained because. Oh, maybe that's something else I need to check. Ooh.
What?
Yeah, he's not looking terribly well right at the moment.
He's not? Okay.
He's not.
Okay. Oof. Do I attack or do I?
Decisions, right?
So, what, is he poisoned or something?
As a matter of fact, yes.
Right.
Disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
All right.
I'm just going to spread the jam screen out there.
Can I cast the spell? Oh, I can cast it as a bonus action. All right. So I'm going to attack as my action.
Mm-hmm. You're gonna run over behind Saria and Walter.
No, I'm gonna attack the other creature.
But you're using a spell?
Not yet.
Okay.
I'm gonna attack the creature as my action.
Mm-hmm.
I got an 18 plus 7.
That's a 25 to hit. That is a hit. Mm-hmm. And you're slashing at it with a halberd?
Yes.
Okay.
And I just realized that I can make a bonus action attack also, but I'm not going to do that this time.
Not this time. Okay.
8 plus 6 is my damage.
That is 14 damage.
Okay. And as a bonus action, I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on
Saria or Walter?
How hurt is Saria?
Not yet.
Okay. I'll heal Walter next
time. Oh, God. Okay.
So.
Maybe I can capture it from the video later. There was just a strange...
Saria usually pretty good at avoiding attacks.
Saria has...
It just depends.
Okay, I guess that's my in-universe way of asking her HP. I think because Walter's looking rough at the moment, I'm going to cast it on Walter. I don't want him to get any more hurt.
Right, because he is... Yeah, it'd be a safe bet that he is poisoned at the moment.
Okay, yeah. So I'm casting Shield of Faith on him.
Yeah, not terribly good. Kind of bilious. And he is now protected by that.
Okay.
And you're up behind them, and you have attacked, and we are now to Sarya's turn at the top of the order again.
Woot. Okay, let's try this again. Worked for me. Yeah.
Not good?
No, that's a 7.
That's not good.
Fuck all of these dice.
Es no bueno. Es no bueno. Let's see.
Oh, bueno.
What's the little guy's AC?
The little guy? That is 15. It's actually a little tougher than the larger one.
Well, that's annoying.
Okay.
So
we are to Argyle's action.
no.
You can get out of the mate box. Saphir is over on the other side now. Argyle, you're muted.
True.
Sorry
Okay.
about that.
How does it look? The last remaining foe.
The last remaining foe is not looking that bad. You can see where it's taken a few pokes, and you guess that you guess that's a slice there, but
Okay, I'm trying another firebolt.
okay.
From across the room, but it's 120 feet distance. That's,
Yeah, you have the range to do it.
I have the range to do it, and after the roll, my result is 20, so I hit.
20 is a hit, yes.
1d10 damage, and that is an 8.
Yeah, you singed it a little bit. It has a natural wetness about it, though, so fire. You think its effect might. You think its effect might be diminished slightly. This may affect your future actions.
Steam.
Okay.
No.
So, but it's an evil water elemental, so I think.
Well, it's an evil water creature of some sort.
Water creature, yeah. An
Maybe
evil
monster or aberration.
An evil aquatic, so I think Warren's sword should be best suited to the task.
Could very well be, yeah. So, let's see now. We have Carol shooting at the little guy with the crossbow. And, oh, that's a hit. He does another few points of damage to it. And we come to... Oh, that was the right screen. Okay. It can't do anything now because it's dead. And good thing, too. Well, that thing can't do anything.
That escalated quickly.
No, that was the thing that was taken down last round. I just didn't cross it off the initiative yet, that's all. So we come to Thagak. Here's the situation. You're sort of in the southeast corner of the room. The little guy is in the west side of the room. To get to him, you're going to have to get through Saphir, Sarya, and Father Walter.
Is Father Walter still poisoned?
Father Walter is still poisoned.
Going to step up behind him and cast Lesser Restoration.
Lesser Restoration will remove the status effect, will it not?
I believe it will.
It cures one effect or disease.
And poison is definitely an effect.
Exactly.
I think he'd be happier without it.
Yes.
He doesn't have to roll a save.
Less likely to die.
People who are not poisoned are less likely to die. Okay, so he recovers from that condition. It's probably not easy to make an attack from where you are unless you have a Let's see. The Lesser Restoration is an action is cast, or
Yeah, it's casting a spell, so that's an action, and then the move got me up behind him.
okay. So
Simple
move,
action and
so move and cast.
right. Casting is a full action.
Well, that depends. That depends on the spell. That casting time on Lesser Restoration is one action. I stand corrected.
There you go.
I've been doing that a lot lately. Why am I not standing more? Oh well. Anyway. Okay, so Walter is clear of his effect. Warren. Good news. You're good at taking down monsters. Bad news. You're going to have to go around the north side of the room if you want to get to that thing to attack it.
Okay. Does that mean move this round and attack next round, or?
That could, or you could double dash and get around the room faster. You're going to have to go, let's see, it would be 10, 20. Actually, let me consult my map. That would be 10, 20, about 35 feet to get to it, sorry.
So what's a double dash then?
A double dash is where you take your second, where you take your actual action, which would be your attack normally, and use it to move instead.
Oh, okay.
But then if you have a double attack, you can only use the second attack on a round where you use the first attack.
That's correct.
Ah.
So yeah,
You're
get in the ring of love there, and then
you're going to get right up behind it, and next action, if it's still up, you're going to wallop it.
Yep.
Sounds like a plan. Let's go with that. So Warren has gone up and around and flanked it, which means Saria and Walter are going to have advantage to hit it because, you know, flanking. But first, that thing is going to attack you, Warren. And he's going to, well, actually the first attack missed. He does get 2 of these. And the second one does manage to hit.
yay!
So Warren takes, ouch, 14 points of damage.
Ooh, yeah.
He took a full stinger. And I need a con save.
The pesky poison.
Mm-hmm.
Constitution. Yeah. Excuse me. 19.
19. You start to feel that vague bilious feeling sort of creeping up from the wound, but no, you mentally shut it down.
Yeah.
You avoid the poison effect.
Yay!
By sheer will.
Something. By sheer will and many nights getting used to that feeling in other ways, I guess, or something. Anyway, Father Walter is going to take his swing with the harpoon and hits, which is nice. And he's going to, ooh. Yeah, he's going to do some light messing up on it. Next hit could very well take it down. We're up to Saphir now.
Alive?
Hmm?
It's still alive?
It is still alive, but it is looking nasty, bad, terrible.
All right. I'm going to try to finish it off.
Give it a whirl.
Let's see. 14 does hit, right?
14 does not hit it. You
14
clatter off.
doesn't hit it.
14 does not hit the small one. You clatter off a bit of its carapace.
All right. That's one of my rolls. The other one is 11 plus 7. Does that hit
That is
it?
18. Will hit.
Okay, cool. I was wrong. I'm doing the bonus, the pull arm thing.
Mhm.
Okay, so
And this is slashing damage.
what?
And this is slashing damage, yes?
Yes. Well, the pull arm thing does bludgeoning, but I missed that roll.
Oh,
So
you failed to bludgeon it, but you succeeded slashing it.
yes, correct.
Okay.
6 plus 6, so 12.
That
Damn.
is 12 damage.
And you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and do a divine smite.
Okay. What's the effect on that? That is just extra damage on the hit.
Yes, it does extra 2d8.
Yeah.
So let me grab another 2d8. All right, so that's 4, 6, 7. Wait, 4, 5, 6, 7. So an extra 7.
An extra 7 damage, and that is radiant.
Yes, and that's
Yeah.
radiant.
Yeah, that does finally take it down.
Yeah.
Oh.
Finally.
You have 2 dead fish things in here now, in
Yeah.
various stages of cooking, apparently.
Yeah, and now we need to rest because I need to refresh my abilities.
Yeah, some people took some. Some people went through some trouble in this fight.
Sorry, I hurt.
Daria is not hurt.
Sorry, hurt, but Argyle's hurt.
Argyle is hurt.
How
Argyle.
hurt is Argyle?
Argyle is at half power.
So how many hit points are you missing?
I miss 14 hit points.
All right, Is it almost nighttime? Are we gonna be able to sleep soon?
You might not have. This might be only an okay place to sleep.
Yeah,
I mean, but like, is it? Have we been awake a long time and we're coming to?
I think you had a rest before you came in here, didn't you?
yeah.
Okay. Well,
This really isn't a safe place for us to do a long.
no. I'll give I'll fuck it. I'll give Argyle 5 points and Walter 5 points.
Okay.
Okay,
That's
thanks.
my pool.
Anyone else contributing to the healing, or?
I want to use Cure Wounds on him.
Okay.
So
On whom?
on Argyle.
Okay.
What is that? That's 7.
7. Cool, thanks.
Yep.
Then I'm as good as new.
Yeah, Walter has. Yeah, he spent a little spell energy of his own to finish up his own healing, because everyone else's apparently was in hand.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's up to you. Are you taking a small rest, or are you going to explore this little area you're in? You have 2 doorways out.
Well, let's explore this table in the depression. Yeah.
Okay, you have to step over a knee-high fence to do it, but yeah.
Well, let's look it over. Does anything of it look like a trap or something?
Who's checking for traps?
Haha. Well,
That's a great question.
Mm-hmm.
I, for one, but without skill.
Okay. I would like you to give me. I guess
What
this
would
would
the skill be?
Let's see. I'm going to guess this would be. That would be a wisdom check, apparently.
A wisdom check.
Oh dear.
Actually, perception.
Perception. Okay.
I have that.
Oh well, I have proficiency in it, and
Oh.
I have total of +4.
Okay, then.
Though
then
my proficiency.
you check.
I have a total +6 in that.
Wow. Both of you check.
Happily.
Well,
I think you have advantage in that case, even.
Damn it!
oh look,
Nice.
you stare at the ceiling really hard, you can see the constellations. Head on it.
Okay. Saria, does not think this is trapped. She thinks it's just a stone slab in a little depression.
Mm-hmm.
I hate all of my
It's a stone. Okay, the stone slab is fairly smooth, but it has some little scratches in it going both east-west and north-south.
Okay.
Rather angular in that way.
Then I'm going in to take a look at those scratch marks to see if they are maybe inscriptions that I can decipher.
Okay, you look carefully at the scratches going the one way and the other in the top of this stone table. And the impression you get is, well, graph paper. That's it. No inscriptions. These are straight lines carved, sort of maybe dragged accidentally. One set that way, one set that way.
So like a square grid,
like a square grid. Something was dragged across it the one way at one time and dragged the other way another time.
Maybe it's a gaming table. I mean for
the grid is too irregularly sized.
Okay.
It's not a conveniently spaced. It's unless it's a PA Mondrian paint by numbers. You're not going to do much with the scratch pattern.
That can't be everything. I'm going to investigate the table very carefully to see if it can be moved or if it has any hidden compartments or levers or whatnot.
Make that investigate roll.
An investigate roll.
Excuse me.
19.
Mm-hmm. You're looking over this table. Doesn't seem to have any function besides just sitting there and holding something up. You're sure that, yes, it's, looking like, things were dragged across this table in the one direction and dragged off in another, perhaps.
Okay.
Like maybe something came through that one door, was put on display here, and the thing was sort of slid into place here, and then went off in that direction later. Or maybe it came in from that direction and went that way.
Okay, I'm surprised. And
this looks okay. Put in that context, this looks more than anything else like a viewing room, like an antechamber.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. I give the floor to my esteemed colleagues.
And there is, like I said, a door on the west wall and a door on the north wall. Actually, there are double doors in each direction.
No.
Double doors.
Hello?
What?
Yeah.
Is anyone going to check out the doors or any other feature of the room?
Argyle is throwing the floor to you.
Oh, okay.
I'm still
he's
knocking all over the table and looking under it and so on. But
that is a solid slab of stone.
But I find nothing, so you can use the time.
Okay. You find 6 gold and about 35 copper in the floor, just right around that pillar or that stone table.
I'm thinking examining a stone table might call for an arcane roll.
What else is there besides the doors?
The depression in the center of the room where you have the stone table set up, and knee-high fence around it. Yep. Saphira is having an idea, or a bout of gastric distress.
That was a yawn.
Okay.
Yawn. Sorry.
I'll try not to be insulted.
Koi is checking the doors.
Deprived.
Okay, which doors are you checking? You have the west ones and the north ones. Or you just... Okay, you're checking the north doors. These do not appear to be trapped.
Oh, that's good.
You're fairly certain they're not trapped, too. And okay. You're also fairly certain the doors to the west aren't trapped.
Oh, that's also good.
I think they heard it. But now let's make it official. Yeah, Warren informs you that neither of those sets of doors appear to be trapped.
That's very good.
Okay, then let's... I can't believe that there's nothing else in this room.
There was like a little depression underneath the table.
Yeah, there is a depression. Yeah, the table sits in a 10-foot by 10... Okay, 10 by 10 depression, about 2 or 3 feet deep in the middle of the room. And then that distance is made up by a stone pillar in the a stone pillar / table in the center, intended for viewing things or displaying things.
Interesting.
So the question is a fairly simple one: west door or north door?
Ooh.
We came in through the
south door.
South door. In that case, the big thing is probably through the north door. But before we go to the big thing, I'd say let's kick open the
west door.
West door.
Okay.
What is this?
You kick open the west doors?
No, that was just a figure of speech. We are opening it as dignified as possible.
As dignified as possible. Interesting you put it that way, because no, I just mentioned that in passing because you get through there and you come into the center of what feels like a wide room the way you're coming in. It is 10 feet to the next set of doors in front of you, but the room is 30 feet across.
Huh.
And does only have these 2 doors on the opposite side.
Okay, the doors you're just coming in, the doors you're facing, and then the width of the room.
But no doors in the north and south.
No doors in the north and south. I will also point out that there are numerous, hooks and looks like cubby holes arranged along the west wall on either side.
A wardrobe.
And there are some torn up cloths strewn about.
Interesting.
Torn up by what?
Well, it looks like someone really mad at finding just cloth here.
Huh.
Let's riffle through the pockets.
Okay. Let's have some investigate checks from people.
Okay. 19 again.
19 again? Okay, going through the various pockets of the clothes, you find, we're going to say another 15 gold.
15 gold.
10 silver. 20 copper. And here's the strange part. One of these.
Huh.
Ignore the number.
What is that?
A little wooden tile with an S on it?
Yes.
Wooden tile with an S.
Is that something we know? Like, does our world have a game that's part of?
Okay, ignore the one. It was just a convenient source to get the. It was just a convenient source.
No, I mean, but like, is a game with pieces like that in our world?
It probably should be.
So is that what it is? Like, do we recognize this as like, oh, that's a thing for that thing? Or is it like, How mysterious! A small tile with a letter on it.
Now you've seen children's toys and games with these sorts of tiles in it for word games and such. Funny finding one here though.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a secret, like a marker to be identified with. So, like, hey, I'm a member. Here, see, I have this tile. Or it's from the wardrobe. It says, see, I gave you my my coat, and I have here the S to prove it.
Okay. Yeah, Father Walter's going to have a look around. Yeah, these are robes for... Yeah, these are robes for religious observance. In fact, actually, there's something specific about them. Let's see. I think we're going to find a mortuary through that room.
A mortuary.
Oh, someone's smoke detector is going off. Or it was just an alarm.
Just a microwave.
Oh, okay.
So, and the next door.
The next doors are in the west wall.
Yeah,
just opposite the doors in the east wall.
Do they look like one would need wooden tiles somewhere to open them, or are they just...
No. No. There is no place to put tiles in that door.
Okay. Let's... if nothing else is to be found here...
There doesn't seem to be.
Let's open the next door.
Okay, and you open the next door and find yourself in a room 20 by 30. It's 30 north, south, 20 east, west, and you've just come in on the east wall. Over to the left, there is a pair of tables and what looks like should be a rack of instruments on the wall, but looks like those instruments have been just sort of strewn everywhere in the room. Over to the right side, there is a bunch of what look like big cabinets set into the wall.
Are these musical instruments or medical instruments?
Medical instruments, it looks like.
Or religious instruments?
Yeah, they're more medical.
More medical.
In fact, Father Walter will go over and say, yeah, these are embalming tools.
Oh.
Oh, cool.
Then we can have an idea what we will find in those things on the right side.
It better be nothing. I can think of a few things as sad as a mortuary that's been interrupted during business, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm. Well, are there any of these instruments that look like we could use them for something?
Well, I'd ask you to make a religion check to see if you could successfully embalm the body, but other than that, yeah, these things wouldn't even make good lockpicks.
Okay.
Although that may depend on the lock.
Okay, then let's open the whatever is on the right side.
Okay, over on the right side you have the bunch of drawers. And these are big drawers.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, you start opening a few of them. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, empty thing that goes maybe back about 7 feet. Another thing that empty goes back about 7 feet.
So this is like in a where we have what's the name? where the police has dead bodies in
Morgue.
a store.
Yeah, the morgue.
Hmm.
Yeah, this is a place where they would store dead bodies and treat them in order to be entombed. After a respectful period out in that center room for viewing.
Hmm. Where they put them in from one side and pull them away from the other side.
Yeah.
Leaving those scratch marks.
Makes you wonder what's in that other direction. Oh, by the way, who wants to give me an investigate check in here?
Me.
Go ahead.
Whoa, natural 20.
Nice.
Okay. You find among the drawers. These are not just sliding things you put bodies onto to bring them in and pull them out, and actually those mechanisms are still kind of smooth too. You also find a bag and a book.
A bag and a book.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing with them?
Well, first of all, I look into the book and open the book to see what it's about.
Okay. There is a spell there right at the front.
Yay!
Aw. Mario's so adorable when he finds his phone.
Oh dear, you just opened the Octavo.
Okay.
Just one of them. There's not real trouble until he opens the other 7. Yeah.
So, what kind of spell is that?
That is the Gentle Repose spell.
That's a really good spell. Useful.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And in the rest of the book?
The rest of the book looks like there are a few texts on the a few texts of religious significance to maybe the wardens of Gillagius, but it's hard to tell. And the rest of the book after that is blank.
Blank. Great.
Mm-hmm.
I like that book already. Okay. And yeah, what's in the
What's
bag?
in the bag? There are 40 gold, old-style coins.
Old style. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
We give those to Chili, I think, for safekeeping.
You want them back, right?
Yeah, if you want them back, like Jilly is not the person to give them to.
Okay. Okay. So I'm going to give it to Saria for safekeeping.
Okay.
40 gold in old style coins. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Interestingly, they are still the same weight as the new style coins, so they would work.
Okay.
It's just that the different stamping in them just makes them stand out a little bit to anyone paying attention.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but being this exact same size and weight, they'll still work in modern vending machines.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay. Anything else beside them?
Just those.
Just those. Okay, great.
Yeah, this room is otherwise clean, as you would hope you would find in a mortuary.
Can we see on the stamps of the old style coins? Can we see from when they are? From what period?
I'm going to need a history check on that.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm going to. So, do we have no history buffs, do we?
Well, oddly enough, I've got a total of +3 in it because of my proficiency.
Oh, yeah, then
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to ask you, what do you think?
But on a total of 6, I'm not going to get much.
No, there is actually
Ouch.
not a date stamped on these.
Mm-hmm.
I did
Just a weird.
even though I
name.
don't have it.
I can tell that they were issued before they came up with the idea of stamping dates on them.
Okay.
Yeah, the stamp also has a what looks like a broken temple on it.
Ah.
That might help place. And in fact, Saria takes a look at these coins.
Yay!
Mm-hmm. And has a reasonable guess that this is an image from over 800 years ago, when it's commonly sort of accepted that something bad happened, something cataclysmic, something wasteland-making.
Mm-hmm.
And this was maybe about 100 to 150 years after that, when they had gotten to the sort of nostalgic phase where they were stamping reminiscences of that cataclysm on their money.
Wow. So it's after the cataclysm.
By about 150 to 100
So
to 150
maybe
years.
and rebuilding the civilization and stamping coins.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. Okay, so we give that to Saria for safekeeping, and since there are no more doors here,
You got to backtrack and
we
go out the
can
north doors in the
return
viewing room.
and face the north door, where we'll
Mhm.
find the most impressive new things.
Well, you'll find new things anyway.
Yeah.
Gentle repose.
It seems appropriate to have that in a mortuary, don't you think?
Yeah.
And you go through the north doors. Wrong icon. That's going to come back and haunt me. Okay, you come in to another 20 by 30 room. You come in on the south side of it. This room has, well, looks like an altar up there, numerous benches in rows up either side. However, the benches are all smashed. The altar, well, there's a funny smell about that. Looks like the tapestries have been torn down from the walls. And there is a wall broken out on the east side, up just before the raised portion at the, I guess you'd call it the front of the, this is basically a church, and it's seen better days.
Awesome.
Father Walter has a look around. Yeah, and now I have Gillagius has been through here. It's been desecrated. At some point, I'm going to have to come back in here and reconsecrate it.
Yeah, might be a good idea.
Yeah. In the meantime, wall's been broken out over there, and looks like there was a secret passage. And someone really wanted to go through it.
Mm-hmm. Can we see any mechanisms or something to open any secret passages?
Or maybe there's an automatic toaster.
What? Okay, you're not seeing any secret catch to open a secret door, at least not yet. I'll take an investigate, please.
Mm-hmm. Investigate. And that is 18.
You have to do a bit of looking around, and Father Walter is heading up toward the front of the church as well to survey the damage. Up by the altar, which Father Walter confirms, yeah, footprints, puddling. Yeah, he had his creature's pee on this.
Oh. That's great.
That's just rude.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is.
Funny thing is, if they found... You find the catch before he does.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the catch that would have opened the door that was behind a tapestry. It's there on the floor right next to the altar.
Okay.
So this is a guy that does not understand subtlety, I think. I wonder if this is going to work to our advantage.
I suspect so.
Yes, and Warren also comes to similar conclusions about the secret room, or the secret passage,
Mm-hmm.
which leads... It's a smaller passage, just 5 feet wide, and goes 10 feet into another room that you can see.
Mm-hmm.
That has a few more benches.
Okay. And where are they oriented, the benches?
The benches are oriented to the north. Benches are oriented to the north in that room.
Mm-hmm. Is there
So-
something there, like an idol or a symbol?
Well, actually, are you going through that passage to get to that room?
Yes.
Okay, Argyle takes the bold steps forward, and nothing happens.
Da, da, da.
Now, what he does find is he goes into that room, and like I said, there is a bunch of benches. Some of them have been smashed. There is a, looks like an iron-bound door in the north wall that has already been smashed through.
Mm-hmm.
And something written across the top of the north wall of the room over that door. It says, "There are often consequences to wielding great power. Remember that. It is a lofty ideal."
What? So much? Spray painted?
No, it's actually carved there in a decent look. It's carved there in a decent looking style, and it appears to be very old.
Okay, so it basically says
Power, desire it not.
great power
With power,
comes
trust it not.
responsibility.
Okay. Upon saying the word, I didn't even get to the rest of the details in the room.
Mm-hmm.
There is a bit of wood on the wall next to the door on the north that had a few additional tiles on it. Now I'm going to go ahead and hold the rack up for you.
Oh.
The rack is actually much longer than this, just to give you some sense. And there are a few tiles scattered around the floor.
Mm-hmm. Spines.
Now here's the problem that I have right now. Argyle, would you repeat the last thing you? Let's just get that out of the way right now. 12-year-olds, I swear. Yeah. Okay, Argyle, would you repeat the last thing you said upon reading that inscription above the door?
I said that basically says, with great power comes great responsibility.
It's when you say that that you hear a click in the east wall.
Okay.
Huh.
Then let's check out what happened in the east wall.
Okay, you have the secret passage in the east wall, and you have the smashed open door in the north wall. You have again come up to a choice.
Secret.
And And I think this is about the time to call it.
Okay.
Ah,
Okay.
Yeah, I had picked out all the tiles for that, and
What, did you not realize what you did?
no, I realized what I did, and I didn't want to make the puzzle too difficult. So I figured if anyone actually said the word that the rest of the tiles you haven't even found yet spell out, the door would open.
Okay.
the word. Did we find the word?
Yeah, yes, you did. Argyle said it, well, intentionally, but not knowing what he did.
What word?
Responsibility.
Responsibility.
Whoever made this puzzle is such a square, man.
Wow.
Wasn't penis?
No, it wasn't penis.
Hey.
Wow. Okay. Uncle Ben is such a visionary. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uncle Ben can open secret passages in other dimensions.
Okay, I'm in.
This means I can put the Scrabble set away now.
Yes, please do. Please put it far away. Oh man. Well.
And you've gotten through some fighting and some
Yeah.
Fish and wordplay, I'm going to call this episode, I think.
I got. I sort of ran out of gas about half an hour ago, I think. I've been fighting to keep my eyes open.
Okay. Then it might be best if you offline and surrender. I don't think I'm going to take a nap today, but feel free to do so yourself.
Yes, thank you. Well,
in fact, I'm going to go ahead and stop broadcasting.